Can you imagine a world without books? A world where knowledge is outlawed and firemen start fires instead of putting them out? That's the reality in Ray Bradbury's classic novel Fahrenheit 451. It might seem like something out of a science fiction movie, but it speaks volumes about our world today. The story takes place in a future where books are illegal. Firemen, like our hero Guy Montag, are tasked with burning any they find. Think about your favorite book for a second. Imagine never being able to read it again, never being able to share its stories with your friends. That's what life is like for the characters in the book. They live in a world saturated by mindless entertainment, where thinking for oneself is discouraged. But why are books considered so dangerous in this dystopian society? Because they contain ideas, and ideas can challenge the status quo. They make people think critically about the world around them. And in a world obsessed with happiness and conformity, thinking can be a dangerous thing. Montag lives in this world, but he isn't happy. He goes through the motions, burning books and following orders, but something feels missing. He starts to question the world around him, wondering what secrets those books hold. Is ignorance truly bliss? One day, Montag meets a young woman named Clarice. Clarice is different. She's curious, observant, and she actually enjoys having conversations. She opens Montag's eyes to the beauty of the natural world and the importance of individual thought. Through their conversations, Montag begins to realize that there's more to life than the shallow entertainment that surrounds him. He starts to steal the books he's supposed to destroy, hiding them away in his home. Can you imagine the risk he's taking, holding on to these forbidden objects? But he's drawn to them, compelled to understand the knowledge they contain. This is where Montag's journey truly begins, a journey of self-discovery and rebellion against a society that has lost its way. Before we continue, if you're enjoying the content, hit like and subscribe for more insightful summaries. Montag's act of rebellion is a powerful reminder that we all have a choice. We can choose to conform to the expectations of others, or we can choose to think for ourselves. It's not always easy to be different, to question the way things are, but it's essential for our own growth and the well-being of society. The world of the book may be fictional, but the message it conveys is timeless. Censorship, ignorance, and the suppression of critical thinking are dangers that exist in our world too. We see it in attempts to ban books, control information, and silence dissenting voices. It's important to remember that knowledge is power, and those in power often try to control what we know. By limiting access to information, they can control our thoughts and actions. But when we read, when we learn, we break free from those constraints. We empower ourselves to form our own opinions and challenge the status quo. Fahrenheit 451 is a story of hope, even in the face of darkness. It reminds us that even in a world where knowledge is suppressed, the human spirit yearns for understanding. It shows us that even a single spark of curiosity can ignite a revolution. Montag's journey is an inspiration to us all. He shows us that it's never too late to question, to learn, and to fight for what we believe in. He reminds us that the most important things in life are often the ones worth fighting for, even if it means standing alone. This is why the novel is still so relevant today. It's a story that speaks to the power of literature, the importance of critical thinking, and the dangers of censorship. It's a reminder that we must never take our freedom for granted, and that we have a responsibility to protect the free exchange of ideas. So what can we do? How do we prevent our own world from becoming like the dystopia depicted in the book? It starts with each and every one of us. We need to be critical thinkers, questioning what we see and hear. We need to be open to new ideas, even if they challenge our beliefs. And most importantly, we need to protect the freedom to read, to learn, and to share our thoughts without fear. Think about the information you consume every day. Where does it come from? Who's controlling the narrative? These are important questions to ask ourselves in the age of social media and information overload. Don't be afraid to question the status quo, to seek out diverse perspectives, and to engage in thoughtful discussions. The world needs more critical thinkers, more people who are willing to challenge the norm and fight for a better future. And that starts with reading, with learning, and with engaging in meaningful conversations about the world around us. This is more than just a book. It's a warning. It's a reminder that the future is not set in stone and that we have the power to shape it through our choices. Let's choose knowledge over ignorance, freedom over censorship, and critical thinking over blind obedience. Remember the power of words. the importance of knowledge, and the dangers of a world without them. And then go out and share that knowledge with others. Because in a world that often feels like it's on fire, knowledge is the water that can quench the flames of ignorance. We reached the end, but before you leave, join our community of passionate readers by simply subscribing to our channel, where your love for knowledge and great stories truly matters.